Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Miss Amy, miscellaneous, because I don't really know what this is going to be, but I'm back again during my lunch break. This time in a much better mood, but still with the same coloring book. Again, Johanna Basford, Small Victories, a coloring book of little wins and miniature masterpieces. I have my Ziploc bag full of miscellaneous pens and whatnot. So let's get started. Start by emptying out. And this is how I have them all set up. Kind of just scattered. But it does the job. As much as I would love to be a perfectionist, it is not in my best interest to always try and be one. Alright, so I actually don't know what I want to color just yet. Let's just random page. Alrighty. Here we go. I kind of feel like doing a cupcake, so let's do a cupcake. And I just dropped one of my things, but it's okay. Let's do this one, because it's summer and this one has like little lemons on it. So this is the one we're going to do. A little closer. Perfect. Right. So, what color do I want my little limes to be? Do I want them to be limes or lemons? Let's do a lemon and a lime. Because why not? I'm going to start with this Seriously Fine 0.7 millimeter pen. So, I know I was kind of having a bad day yesterday in terms of like my job. But everything is actually so much better now. I had a conversation. Well, I had a meeting. I had a meeting already scheduled with my supervisor. And so I kind of just used that meeting as an opportunity to, make inquiries about my job, about how all that's going to be working moving forward. And he was able to really just like clear up misconceptions that I had and really provided me with the support that I needed. So I think everything's going to be just fine. And now I feel kind of silly for making it such a big deal. Okay, so I don't know if it's my screen, because I'm looking at this and I'm seeing it with my human eyes as yellow, but on my computer screen it looks like orange. So I guess we're going to leave that up to interpretation. But the next one is going to be a lime color. I'm afraid this is going to be a little too dark, so let's swatch test it first. Actually, I think that's pretty good. And then for the internal part of the lime slice. Let's try this one. Oh, perfect. I love it. Okay, let's do it. So I'm going in with my Papermate Flare in medium. I don't know if you can even see that. Well, it's a Papermate Flare in medium. And that's what I'm going to use for the rind. So one of the things that I'm also into is like astrology. And like, yes, I like astrology, but also just like other, like just celestial bodies in general. And I actually realized this morning that there is a full moon out. And so what I was going through yesterday may have been a result of that affecting me, I think. I don't know. I can't say for sure that the moon affects humans and other animals, but I think it does. I also really love how this little lime came out. Okay, it's time for the breading of the cupcake, the cake, the sponge, as they would say in the British Bake Off, the Great British Bake Off. What I could use for the cake color? No. Ooh, you know what? Let's just not overthink it. Let's not overthink it. Let's just go with this color. So, the new Bridgerton came out a couple of weeks ago. It honestly just took me like 2 days to get through the 4 episodes that they dropped. But I cannot wait for more. I wonder how far they're gonna go though, because I know right now they're focusing on the next set of siblings, right? So that would be Colin. And oh my gosh, you guys are gonna get so mad at me because I can't remember. I can't remember Daphne's sister's name. Not Hyacinth, but the other one. The one that, well, her. They're focusing on her and Colin. And I'm just wondering if Netflix is going to keep going and going and until they go through all of the Bridgerton family, all of the Bridgerton siblings. That would be interesting to watch. If they can keep it interesting, I will keep watching for sure. And that's all I'm going to say about that because I don't want to cause any spoilers. Let's see, I don't know what color to make this icing. Ooh, how does that look? I don't know. You know what? How many times am I going to say don't overthink it? And then I'm going to overthink it. I feel like I'm going to regret it, but I'm going to go in with this color. But I feel like it matches the sponge. And the sponge kind of has like an orange color it basically is orange. But I kind of like that it came out like that because it's kind of going like with the citrus theme, you know? You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I think I might go live tonight. My fiance is gonna he's gonna be out tonight. He has some obligations he has to attend to, so I'm gonna be here, and I'm thinking, why not, right? Why not go live? I mean, I don't think anybody would watch. Well, no, I think people would watch, but I don't think there's going to be anybody watching. But I think that's okay. So, something else that I'm into is, well, see, well, what's going on is I kind of have always been fascinated with court reporting, not necessarily like actual court reporting, but like the machine, the stenography machine, the stenograph machine is what it's called. It's just so cool, and I've always thought that it was so cool. I remember, well, not always, I guess since I was like 18, because when I was around 18, I got called in for jury duty. And it was just like the preliminary testing, like not preliminary testing, but like, the preliminary stuff where they're just like asking questions. I wasn't chosen, but I was there. And while I was there, I noticed the stenographer, the court reporter, and there was this lady sitting there and she was taking down all of the information. Everything that everybody was saying, she was getting down. And I thought that was so cool. And I saw her using like a machine, right, to type it. And me, right, I didn't know at the time. I was like, oh, that's a strange looking typewriter, mini laptop. I don't know, right? So I go home and I didn't get chosen. I go home, go online, I start looking up like stenography or like court or like, I don't even know what I typed into the little search bar. Like it might have been something like court person that types. That may have been what I entered into the Google search bar. I have no idea. I don't remember. But I did end up getting to the right place. And I ended up finding out, how a stenograph machine works and all that. And it was so fascinating. And then, but at the time, I was like really gung ho about going to college. I was 18, and at the time, that was what was getting drilled into our heads. In order to be successful, we must go to college, university, and all that, right? So that's what I did. So I was just like, oh, that's really neat that people do that, that stenography is a thing, but my path has kind of already been chosen for me. So I ended up going to school for something else. I got my degree, I got my bachelor's, big whoop. And um and then a few years later, after graduating, I found out that our court system here where I live was looking for a court reporter. And I mean, I live in like a pretty small town, so that was like big news when the city or the county, whatever it was looking for a new court reporter. And what shook everybody's was that, and I think this was in, I want to say 2016 or 2015, so we're talking nearly 10 years ago. The thing that was like just rocking everybody's world about this job posting for a court reporter was the salary. I believe the salary was like $90,000 starting a year with full benefits. We're talking pension, health insurance, all that stuff that you get when you know, land a government job, I guess. But the price, I mean, the salary was what was really like making people look twice. And so I went and I did some more research about court reporting, and I thought, oh man, that's so awesome, right? Because I graduated with a degree in a liberal art. And so essentially, well, a liberal art social science. So essentially, my job prospects out of college were very, very slim. And I thought, let's see what this court reporting thing is all about. So I go and I search, like, oh, what do I need to do to be a court reporter? Now, keep in mind, this is 2015. And I find out that all you need to become a court reporter and start making a really good, decent salary with really good benefits is a certificate. And even then, some states don't even require that you get like a real certificate, like from a school or anything. You can just pass an exam. And so essentially, you could become a court reporter in 2 years. And I thought, that's amazing. I'm going to do that. So I started looking into schools that that offer court reporting. And at the time, again, this was 2015, there were no schools in my area that I could attend. And there were really no online schools available either. They were all brick and mortar schools that I would have had to move away. And moving away just wasn't an option for me at that time for various reasons that I will not get into right now, but it just wasn't viable for me. So I gave up on that dream. And now I have a pretty good job. The pay's all right. But it is not close to what I could be making as a court reporter. So anyway, I decided that I was going to look into it once more. I went back to Google, except now it's even cooler because now it's 2024 and there's TikTok and, Reddit's been around for a very, very long time already, but now there's like a court reporting subreddit. And because of all of this, I guess, I don't know, now there are online schools for court reporting. that's what I'm doing now. That's what I'm doing on my spare time when I'm not working, or putting in, a little bit of overtime here and there at my 9 to 5 job. I am learning stenography. And so right now I am sorry guys, I'm losing my train of thought because I was trying to choose a color, but I got it. We're just gonna do this little weird brown. So anyway, I just finished actually taking the Project Steno's free 6-week course. It was amazing. I had a really great instructor. Her name is Nativa Wood. And I think if anybody is interested in trying out stenography and doesn't want to like shell out a bunch of money later, on school, only to find out, oh, it's not really for me, or it's not what I thought it was going to be, or whatever the case may be, definitely before you shell out the money for even a machine, because those can be expensive, you can take this free course. And it is actually super free. The only thing you would have to pay for, or that I had to pay for, is just the shipping and handling of the stenography machine that they lent me. Because they will rent out a stenograph machine for you, but you just have to pay, I think it was like $50 or $60. And it covers sending and receiving of the machine. So that was amazing. I got this really, really nice machine that I've been able to practice on, and honestly, it's been so much fun. I think if anybody is interested in that, they should try it out. Why not? And, check them out on TikTok. It's so much fun. Like, they look like they're having so much fun. And the cool thing is, additionally, is that, let's say you don't really want to work in, like, a courthouse. Like, you don't want to be an official court reporter that has to go to work from 8 to 5 or however long the courts are open. There are other options, guys. You can become a captioner. That means like the people, like, okay, like when you're watching something on Netflix or whatever, or like a live event like the Super Bowl, and you put closed captioning on and there's subtitles, somebody gets paid to do that, and they get paid really well to do that. And that person is a stenographer, and that's how they do it. And I just think that is super cool. Try and get the focus on this. It's looking okay. I'm going to try and finish it up right now. I think I'm like on a weird yellow kick today because I feel like I'm just using a lot of like hot colors, like orange and yellow and red. So anyway, yeah, that's what I'm also doing right now. I'm learning stenography. I'm really, really, really optimistic and excited about it. And I think if you are curious about it too, that you should go and check it out. Project Steno. There's also there's another program that you can do for free, but that's through NCRA, and it's called NCRA A to Z. But it's basically the same thing. It's like free course. I think there's might be 7 weeks. But yeah. And there you go. Little mushroom house. Well, this looks like a mushroom street light or something. I like it. All right, y'all. Well, that was it for today. I still can't get over this cute little house that I made. I colored. Yeah. Thanks for watching and listening to me ramble. No one else does it, but you do it. That's what makes you amazing. Alright, y'all. Bye.